Hey everybody, what's up? Getting started here shortly. Let me get out the chat window here. All right, let's get this moved over into place. Wish I could increase the size of this. My zooming isn't working within this window. Oh well. I'm actually at a 4K resolution here for this monitor. Usually I'm at 2K resolution, but this gives me more space. Plus I'll be able to see more of your comments coming in. What's up, Garrett and Bodgin? There we go. So we're gonna be trying something different, possibly. So we'll see how this all turns out. What's up? Kulb, Ahmed, what's up? Kodak, Yash, Ahmed, Joan. Tupod. All right. We're getting, as we get closer and closer to Christmas, I think the popularity of these videos and live streams will go down quite a bit, but we'll see. Hey everyone. All right. So let's not waste any time here. What I want to do though is I want to experiment with this idea that I had for a different way to approach a live stream. Now, of course, I'm still going to be doing reviews normally, but I do want to dedicate some of the time to this idea that I had. And the idea that I had is, and you guys can let me know what you think in the comments, the idea that I have is to have a live design battle, in a sense, between probably two people, using Adobe XD's live co-editing feature. And so what that means is I can invite somebody live based on their email. I can invite them to Adobe XD. Of course, you would have Adobe XD as well. And I would invite two people to this document. And this is kind of like a design challenge. So for this one, it's a landing page design challenge where you have to include the headline, sub-headline, and a call to action of like learn more. And then you would change your name to this. So like mine would be Gary Simon or whatever. And they would both change their name, and I would give you like 10 minutes or 12 minutes or 15 minutes to create the design, this landing page design for this very tiny brief. And we'll see who does the best job. And we could see people live as they're designing this, and I can give my thoughts as it's going on, and then I can maybe just pick a winner, or I let the chat pick a winner based on, you know, how effectively they've created the design. I think it would be really cool. So if this is something that you want to participate in, then what you need to do is go into Adobe, Discord, join the Discord server. The link here is in the description on YouTube. And let's see, what we can do is, I don't want you guys giving out your emails publicly if you don't want to. So send me a message. So what I'll do is I'll go in the feedback channel. You're gonna have to go into the, let's see, the roles if you first joined, and then hit a reaction, and then it will unlock all these other channels. Then go to feedback and just say, I'm gonna say, send me a message, a direct message. So you click on my username and send me a message with your email address. You know, it's with your Adobe XD email address if you want to participate in a live design challenge right now. All right, so I sent that message. You can then click on my username and just click right here where it says no, right click the username, and then, wait, what is it called? Oh, I can't do it because it's myself. So all you have to do is, just click on the username, and then it says message, and just mention your Adobe XD live email. And I may choose you depending on who comes in first, okay? So we could possibly do a live design challenge. Just send me your Adobe XD email address, and I'll invite you through the live co-editing feature right here. All right, so I'm going to wait for people to send me their email addresses, and I'm going to continue doing normal live design reviews as I've always been doing. All right, so send me that, and we'll get started on that shortly. All right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to find the very first entry. I already started taking entries like about an hour and a half ago. So I have to come up here. We'll take these in the order that they were received. Let's go to today, right here at 7:49 p.m. or a.m. rather. All right. Hi, Gary. I wish that I'm the first submission. This is my redesign for the appointment booking application in my country. Left is before by the government, and the right is mine. All right. All right. We already got a couple of messages for this live design battle, but let's go do one or two reviews as normal here. All right. All right. We already got a couple of Sorry, I had myself up there. I was getting feedback. All right, so let's take a look at this real quick. I'm glad. I already see I got several messages. Let's just do a review. I'm gonna get a couple more messages at least, if you guys want to participate. Okay. All right. So the left is from their government design. By the way, I'm not a fan of most governments, honestly. We're not going to get into politics, though. And then the right is his. All right. I have to say, I definitely like yours better. There seems to be more of a structure to the layout, especially with the separation, you know, up here with the green section, really identifying the name and the navigation, and then the content section. And all of this seems to be done perfectly well. I really like the card or subtle icons that you have, like the very light background with the green, which works well. The icons all look great. Of course, these are a little bit redundant here. But yeah, looking at this, yours is definitely better. Awesome. Okay. I don't want to look at these so I don't want it to reveal your everybody's. Let me move this over. We might try to do a live design review right now, or live design battle right now. Hey, Code Mathics, I don't see your email. Okay, somebody said I sent your email, but it wasn't there. All right, we got one person. Oh, there it is. Okay. We got two people. All right, let's try this live design battle thing idea right here, right now. What I'm going to do is invite. Let me get this off screen so I can put their email in. There's one email, and I'm going to invite the other person. Hopefully, they're both watching right now still. All right, and let's invite. Enable co-editing. Okay, got to do that too. All right, these people have been invited. And I'm going to wait for them to come in. And if you're watching this and you've been invited, probably check your email and then click the link. I think that's where it's delivered. And then somebody changed their name to designer1, or not to name, but somebody changed this text field to their name or their username or alias or whatever. And same thing right here. And then we'll get started. And once I see that you're both in here, then we can begin the design challenge. And just don't start until I tell you to, though. All right, so let's continue on with the normal live design reviews here. I'm just trying different stuff just to keep the channel interesting. All right, next up, this is a mobile responsive version of a travel site. All right. All right. Waiting for it to load. Let's increase this. All right, so almost makes me wonder. This might, like, if this is on a device, seeing serpachat.com so small, that might be real hard. I would maybe right-align that if you have to have that to the icon. This right here, let's check that out. It looks pretty solid. Nothing really blatantly wrong there. Anything else clickable? Yeah. This section, best budget hotels at your price. I don't really like the kerning on this text. It seems a little bit too spaced out. Looking at everything else, like this section, it's done pretty well here. At a quick glance from the rest of this, seems pretty solid actually. Yeah, there's a lot here, but yeah, from what I see, this is pretty decent. I wonder if I can go back. Let's see if these people are here. All right, we got Ding Ding, and Designer 2 hasn't yet shown up. So we have that person. All right, so hopefully Designer 2 will show up. I'm gonna wait a little bit more. We'll do another review. If that person doesn't show up, we'll try to get somebody else in. All right, next up, who was next? Geez, we got a ton of entries, so it's really hard to like sort through these right now. All right. Next up is homepage of web design for a development agency. Looks quite, my initial reaction is kind of cookie cutter, kind of bland, but if we're talking about just straight up design fundamentals, mostly they are here. Kib, I mean the logo is fine. These are a little bit spaced together, a little bit too much. I like to see more space separated on this type of resolution. The one thing I don't like is centering the let's talk. You should just left align that, and it'll begin exactly at the column where these ones start. It just helps the flow of the layout better, in my opinion. So yeah. Did the other person show up yet? Okay. Looks like we need another designer. We need to have, we're going to do a live design battle, and if you just showed up at the channel and you're wondering what I'm talking about, I want to do using Adobe XD's live co-editing feature, a live design battle between two designers. We have somebody right here who's ready to rock, and we need another person to kind of challenge against this person. Doing this fictional design brief, landing page design challenge. You have to use the headline of Combat Depression Now, subheadline, and a call to action. And it will give you like 10 to 15 minutes, and we'll be able to see people, these two designers, as they work to try to complete this challenge. If you want to participate, send me a message in, let's see, yeah, in here, in the Discord server. So I already put my let's see, my email address, or not my email address, but my name. Just click on my name and send me a message with your Adobe XD email account. Somebody wants to join right here. I'm going to try this person. So we'll do another review. Let me invite this person off screen here. All right, invite. All right, so I invited that person. Go ahead and join up. Change your this where it says Designer 2. Change it to your name so that I know you're here. All right, let's do another review real quick. I should probably have set this up with people before I started the stream. Oh, I'll do it next time. No big deal though. Okay, next up is Yash Mac 22. Let me check the chat. I noticed I haven't. Oh, we got sorry about that. We have a super chat. Thank you very much for that. We'll go straight to him. Sir Nurox. Let me look for him. Where are we at? Where are you at, bro? Where are you at? Sir. We have so many submissions. There we are. Let's see if the Adobe XD guys, nope, it's not here yet. So come on, join up, man. Click the link in your email and then join up. I want to get this going. You can see he's changing the fonts here. Okay, let's do that review. Thank you very much for the super chat, by the way. Okay, let's do this. Let's get this right around here. I'm going to get that up. All right, so looking at this is an XD prototype. All right. I'm just going to scroll just to get an idea of what's happening. So nothing here is, this isn't an actually, there's no prototyping happening, it's just this design. I think the illustration right here, it probably could be a little bit improved just because it seems, I don't know, a little bit elementary. I guess that's the best way I could put it. Also, I'm not too fond entirely of the colors, especially this little fading gradient part here. But having said that, for what this is, the menu is fine. This whole section is very solid up here. Just looking at it from this, I know this isn't in an actual HTML and CSS project. This is a prototype, but for sure, like if this was in the browser and this was real code, I'd like to see this whole text blip right here kind of centered more vertically in the browser because there's a lot of white space right here. Just small things like that, but it may be difficult for that. See, it already looks a little bit better when I do that. But coming down here, this is all solid, nothing wrong here. This is solid. It does look a little bit bland right here, almost like wireframe-ish and monochromatic. But of course, if you had a real picture, it would probably make things look better. But I don't really see much of a problem with this. It's pretty solid overall. Thank you very much for that. Let's go back to the Adobe XD document. And of course, designer 2 is not here, the other person. So I've invited 3 people and only 1 person showed up. Let's, I think somebody mentioned in the, yeah, I don't see anybody else. Damn, this is off to a crappy start. Send me your Adobe XD emails if you guys want to do this live design challenge. Send it to me as a message here. Ooh, we got one. Let's try another person then. All right, somebody just sent me their email. I'm gonna invite that person. We'll give that another shot. All right. All right, one invite sent. All right, so next up, let's do another review while we wait on people. All right. Who is next? Followed your Adobe. Yeah, this was from a tutorial, something similar to this. It's kind of moving so fast, I'm having a hard time looking at it, but it looks pretty solid from here at least. Let's go up next. CodeBab. Oh, we got 2 people in here. Oh, okay, here we go. This is exciting. All right, so we have 2 people. One person's named themselves Ding Ding, and another person has named themselves Lars Strandos. All right, so they didn't name themselves. Their parents probably did. Hopefully, this person's parent didn't name them Ding Ding. Okay, so what we're going to try to do is a live landing page design challenge. I'm going to give them like 10 minutes. Maybe I'll put up a timer. And they're going to try to create just a landing page where they use the headline, this subheadline, and this call to action. And they're going to use these artboards right here. And we'll see who does a better job. It's not really so much a competition, but just something interesting so that maybe I can critique while people are designing. It's just an idea I had. We're going to see if it works using Adobe XD's live co-editing feature. I'm going to move things over here so that we can see the chat, though, at the same time. All right, and I'm going to get out a timer. So let me get like I know there's like web-based timers. Adobe, what am I talking about Adobe for? Stopwatch. All right, and so we'll give people, we're gonna give them like, I don't know, I'm gonna say 12 minutes to come up with just a very simple landing page that incorporates those elements. And they can use photographs if they wish from like unsplash.com. That's a good resource. They can create a navigation if they want. They don't have to. They just have to have those 3 elements. So we're going to do, not 12 hours. What am I doing? 12 minutes. And hopefully you guys are both ready to rock. All right, so Lars and Jean, why? I'm not sure. Hopefully you guys are both ready to rock. Lars, if you're ready to go, let me know. Like move this text around. I want to make sure you're both here. Lars, where did you go? There you go. All right, sweet. He's moving around. Okay. Okay, so we're ready to rock. Okay, you guys can get started here. The time is now started. All right, you guys have 12 minutes to come up with a landing page design. Woo, this is going to be fun. All right, so I'm not sure if I'm going to sit here and watch them the entire time. Maybe I'll do like a review. Oh, he's already got an image going on here. Lars has already started. I don't see John doing anything. Come on, man. Get going. No, I'm just kidding. You might be looking for images as well. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. And we'll check back periodically. Because I don't want to... Actually, this is kind of interesting. So I could see Lars here is getting some type in the middle and has kind of just this sort of nice background here. And I see there's some, he's working on the type, and of course he hasn't changed the color yet. Hopefully he's not going to use gray to where we can't see it. Okay, we have a big gradient over here. So we have two very different approaches to combating depression now. This is actually kind of cool. I didn't test this beforehand. I've never used their Adobe XD's live co-editing feature. Oh, okay. So I can see some people couldn't join the other people that I invited because they didn't have Adobe XD updated. Yeah, we all have to be updated. So Lars is getting things working here as much as possible. One thing I don't know about Adobe XD is I don't know if it works if I don't have the same fonts as the other people. That's one thing I'm kind of curious about. I'll have to figure that out and get that question answered on my own. But, all right, so Jean has, let's see how much time we have left, by the way. We have 9 minutes and 56 seconds. What we're going to do is we'll come back and check these two, their progress, but I'm going to do a review, a design review. Oh, Lars, okay, I see, yeah. If you want, you can use, I know I have fonts that you probably have, or maybe not. Like I have, yeah, I have Montserrat. Of course I have Montserrat. So, I mean, you could definitely use that one and be safe. John, hopefully you're going to do more than this. Combat derp-pression. Oh, man. Lars is getting going, man. All right. Let's keep going here. Okay, good. Jean is back. He is working. All right. Let's do a review here. Where are we at? There we go. Who's next? This is my first attempt at making a portfolio. I am really new to UI designing, so some feedback would be nice. Oh, I already did this for you, man. You were featured on my UI UX workshop where I redesigned it. So I already gave feedback on that about what I thought could be improved, as well as what I thought was good. So if you didn't see that video, check it out, by the way. I'm so interested in what's happening back here. Okay. All right. Gary, please review my PWA design. All right. Progressive web app for those of you who don't know. All right. First thing I feel is that it gets a little bit liney down here. We have a lot of borders, so I'd probably try to remedy that in some way, or separate things out, spaces out a little bit more. We can sign in here. Nice little animation right there. I like that. This button and the button text kind of hard to see because there's not much contrast. So either change this scan item to black or change the button background so that we have better contrast there. Other than that, solid illustration. Probably can see a little bit larger text right here. Yeah. Most of this, though, other than that, looks pretty solid. All right, very good. Let's see how our designers are doing. They're still working. Now remember, you guys don't have much time. You only have... Where's the... Trying to find my stopwatch. Where'd it go? There it is. You guys have 6 minutes and 40 seconds left. This is our live design challenge right here. All right, so we have this. John, let me know if you're done or not. Maybe you can put next to your name a text label saying finished or something like that. And then you too as well, Lars. And then we'll see. All right, let's get back to the reviews. Right here. First time designer, really need some pointers. All right. Unfortunately, I'd say in this day and age, instead of sending me JPEGs and stuff like this, it would be ideal to have some sort of prototype URL. I mean, most people are using Figma or Adobe XD for designing, for UI design. It'd be nice to see, like, in the browser to have those interactive features instead of just a bunch of screenshots. For what this is, it's actually, if you're a first-time designer, this is actually pretty solid. You know, in this little box that you've designed. So I don't really have anything too negative. However, in terms of usability or accessibility, you don't want to rely on just placeholders for form elements. I say that every time now. You definitely want to have a label to make sure that people can see in access. You know, people with screen readers and all that stuff. But I'm not gonna sit here and look at every one of your designs. But for first-time designer, this is actually solid, though. All right, let's see how our designers are doing here. All right, so Lars is finished with time left. Now, I want you to see what your type looks like on mine, Lars, on my screen, and that way you can kind of make any changes to it if you wish. But this is what it looks like. Jun is still working. So for those of you who have joined already, this is like a live design battle that I'm having going on between the subscribers. And there's this designing basically this little fictional brief that I created. Combat Depression Now headline with a subheadline and a call to action button. That was the only requirements. So he's working right now. We're going to see, you know, what both of them end up producing. You guys now have 4 minutes and 7 seconds left, and just mention if you're finished or not. So Lars, you can still keep on going if you want, and you don't have to remove the yeah, I think he's going to try to improve the readability of that type. That's what he's doing now. He's not starting over, I don't think. Okay, let's continue on, and we'll check back with them. Let's see here. My personal webpage. This is the next person. Ooh, look at that. We got stuff happening all over the place with gradients. I don't think this is probably what you wanted, because this is really jagged looking, a lot of these. Like there's jagged edges all over. Let me refresh this. Yeah, there's something happening here. It's probably an unintended consequence. But hey, I can only review what I see, right? You definitely want to improve these. It looks like there's a noise filter applied to these, but it's very jagged edges, and it doesn't really work well. This, I forget what you call these types of gradients. There's just simply too much happening up here. And it makes it a little bit hard to look at your name, and especially with a weird alignment of your first and last name. This part right here is definitely better when we get to this section. these lines right here, these orange lines, it's making a little bit, I don't know, I think it's a little bit too much, especially underlining this headline right here. You would want more white space on the inner portions of these cards, especially right here. There's hardly any white space from the left and right, so increase the padding on these elements here. This one looks a lot better for the padding, but it's just inconsistent. Yeah, so those are my comments. We're not really bothering with ratings today. All right, they have 2 minutes left. All right. This is Lars's version. Jun is, I think that's how you pronounce your name, is still working. And we'll do this again if you guys want me to. Maybe we'll keep the previous, if I choose like a winner, like who's ever's better, in my opinion, I'll have them be like, you know, the person who competes against another person or whatever. So they're both still working, and we'll take a real close look at these at the end. There's about 1 minute and 12 seconds left. We have the time for another real quick critique here, so let's do that real quick. This is my first serious website from scratch. HTML, PHP, JavaScript, and CSS. Okay. One thing I would do, if you don't need to have it, like I guess if you have a lot of assets, you would have some type of loading graphic or whatever. But if you don't need to do that, then don't do that. Oh, that's my microphone right there. That's a Shure SM7B. All right. Anyhow, definitely need some work in this the header area. And I understand you're a first-time designer, so I'm not going to expect everybody to be perfect. But there's not enough white space between this right here, this logo, and this area. So you want to space things out. Generally speaking, in terms of design patterns for navigations and headers of websites, you don't really center the logo and then have the navigation centered underneath it. Usually it's like a left and right floated area where you have the logo over here and then the navigation on that part. Is that our stopwatch? Where are we at? Okay, it's done. All right, so let's. I'll go back to his review, but let's take a look at this. You guys are both now finished. The 12 minutes is up. So this is our live design review, right, or battle right here. So they were both given a headline of Combat Depression Now, a sub-headline, and a call to action they had to integrate. Both of them did that. Now let's take a look at each one of these and see, you know, who was doing it more effective. Now understand, you only had 12 minutes. So I understand this isn't their best work. It's just kind of a very fast thing, and we'll see what people can produce in such time, such a short little time. So this is Jun Wei. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. But he's finished, and he has a 2-column layout. So on the left column, he decided to put the Combat Depression Now. I'm not sure if that was intentional. And then the subheadline and the Learn More. And then we had just a random graphic that really wasn't pertinent or relevant to the depression. What I would like to see is a photograph of like somebody sad, or maybe somebody who's happy, to be the antithesis of, or the goal of whatever this landing page and service is about. But this is just kind of like a random photograph. What you could have done is just gone to unsplash.com or any of the other free sites where you can get free images and just type depression or depressed or sad or happy or whatever, and maybe use a more appropriate picture. Outside of that, I would say that this right here, this sort of like it's like a frame around there, probably unnecessary in my opinion. I see you had 2 of them, so you kind of just created like a blur effect like that. But I would say get rid of those 2 things, and this is much more effective. It's much more simple as opposed to having that. It just kind of clutters it up in my opinion. So making it more simplistic, I think, would be the right approach here. Outside of that, these 2 elements are probably too large. So what I would do is, let me unselect all this stuff, scale this stuff down, increase the size of this. And also, you'd want to create a draggable text area for that, so I could increase this, but no big deal. And then maybe make the call to action button text and the button itself larger, like this. If I could deselect this, what's happening here? Oh, there we go. Kind of just make them larger. Push it down. Something like that. Well, I would still probably want to work with the alignment on this, but that's what he had. I'm going to back up to his original. That's what he had right here. All right, now let's check out Lars. All right, so what Lars has going, and one of the unfortunate things is that I don't have access to his fonts, and so he was probably trying to use a different font, and it wasn't showing up. So it's like the standard Roboto font. As you can see, there's like an exclamation point with a missing font. I wonder if I can fix that. Okay, it's not letting me click on it and install whatever font that he has going on. I'm not sure if there's a way to do that. Whatever. But either way, see what he has here. So he just kind of created, like, again, use a kind of like a generic background photograph here. Again, I would like to see something probably a little bit more relevant based on depression or happiness or sadness. But having said that, for what this is, compared to these two, I would say that the more effective design would definitely be Lars's, in my opinion. Again, there's more. It's this one seems just a little bit more, I would say, in a sense, amateur, just because this is an unnecessarily large element right here. This right here and this really big gradient. In this frame just seems way unnecessary. This is more simplified and simplistic, even though it's not really 100% like relevant in terms of the photograph that was used. But nonetheless, it works, and there's a lot of contrast here. So, yeah, let's see what you guys have to say. Let me know what you guys think in the in the YouTube chat. Like, if you guys had to choose a winner between the two. Again, it's not a big deal, Jean, if you lost, just because it's only 12 minutes. You only had 12 minutes, so it's not that big of a deal. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, you're right. They did, but that's okay. Yeah, it seems like people pretty much agree with what I said. Now, let's do one more where we have this contest. Lars, if you want to compete, you want to do this as well. Yeah, just let me know and just put a text element saying yes next to your name if you want to compete again against somebody else, somebody new. Jean, thank you very much for participating in this and making it actually happen. Okay, all right. He said he can compete. So we need another person. So I'm gonna check my messages here, and I'm going to see if there's somebody who wants to compete. All right. So we have another person. I'm going to invite them. So send the email. Go join. All right, and then we'll create. You're welcome, man. All right, so we'll have you. Maybe you can come back next time I do this, if there's going to be a next time. And so now, Lars, go ahead and delete your design and everything that you created. What's happening here? Why can't I delete that? Oh, it's locked. That's why. There we go. Lars, go ahead and delete everything, and then we're going to do this again. And there's this website, App Ideas, I think. 50 Brilliant App Ideas. I think that's where we're going to get an idea. I think this time, instead of me giving all the content, we're going to have, I'm just going to tell them to create a landing page for an app, and they can do whatever they want with it. Let's do a parking space finder app design. All right, so, oh good, Saeed's here. Lars is ready to rock. Here's what we're gonna do. What you guys are tasked with doing, you'll have another 12 minutes, is you have to, I'm gonna put this in Adobe XD. You have to create a landing page for an app that is based on, and I'm gonna take this text element right here. This information right here. So this is going to be a parking space finder app. All right, I'm going to delete all this stuff right here. Why doesn't it let me delete it? Oh, I'm not hitting the delete key, that's why. All right, a parking space finder app. And this app can help people find an available parking spot in a specific location. The app can make use of GPS, webcams, location, and real-time tracking parking data in order to find a free parking space as soon as they want. So this is your information. That's your brief. That's all you have to go on. And it has to be a landing page for it. Not the app itself, but a landing page that advertises for this app, trying to get people to download it or try it out. So you can put in a headline, a sub-headline if you wish, a call to action to get people to download it, and then just try to use maybe imagery that is relevant to a parking space finder app. Like a photograph of, like, I don't know, a parking lot or something. Try to integrate that. So we'll let you guys go ahead and try that. Oh, Bogdan, yes, I will check that out. Thank you. So yeah, we're going to do this, and we're going to start with 12 minutes. Hopefully you are both ready, and we're going to start that 12-minute timer now. All right, so you have 12 minutes. Go ahead and create that landing page for a parking space finder app. Okay, good luck. Hopefully you're both there. Go ahead and start now. Okay, so somebody said they sent a super chat. I think I remember seeing that, but my mind has been going everywhere. Where is the super chat, though? It's not up here. Bogdan. PayPal sent. Oh. He sent a PayPal. Okay. All right, so I'll check out his. All right, so he's already getting started. Lars is. All right, so is Saeed. Great. Awesome. This is kind of fun. All right, so now let's go find. Right here. Okay, a non-real world project just to test my UX and UI development skills, a landing page for photographer portfolio, code and designed this yesterday, so I didn't mind the image size, just a concept website. Sorry for any hard loading time. Okay, so you'll see broken text layout, which I did on purpose to grab the attention. Please hover over the images after you scroll down. Also, when you reach the bottom of the page, please click the menu button. Okay. Ooh, this is did I just see a naked chick for a second? Okay, this is definitely one of these more modern sort of layouts. Let's check this out. Oh yeah, this is very good. It's a man's world. Oh my God, there's a butt right there. Very cool. So I can see you're using probably, what exactly did you use to achieve these effects? Probably like a 3JS or something like that. Awesome. I like it. It's a very unique layout. All these effects work well. You know, I actually want to create a tutorial and release it on the channel about doing these sort of very interesting effects here. But for what this is, it's just nudes. Yeah, very solid. Menu. Awesome, awesome stuff. Thank you very much. I don't really have anything too negative to say, just because I'm not sure what the context here is. It is a photography portfolio, so that, yeah, That works. Awesome. Thank you for the super chat. Let's see how our live design battle people are doing. Oh, we're supposed to come back to that. I will. Oh, wow. Saeed's, he's getting it going here. I like this image. We'll see how he can make this work, though. Lars is still working here. Awesome. All right, so this is our live design battle if you're new. We have 2 designers right now working with an Adobe XD, and we're using the Adobe XD's new live co-editing feature. And I gave them just a simple app, parking space finder app, and they have to build a landing page. So they have how much time? We gave them 12 minutes left, 12 minutes initially. And where is my timer? Right here. They have 8 minutes and 6 seconds left to complete their designs for this landing page. So I can see Saeed there is working still. Lars, I don't see Lars anymore. Where's Lars at? All right, Lars is probably maybe doing something else, probably trying to find an image or something maybe. All right. All right. I can see he's still focusing on trying to get the logo up here. And you don't have to design a logo, of course, just like a simple word mark based logo. I don't see Lars though. Lars is not moving. Hopefully he gets his going. Oh, you are working? I just don't see anything happening right now on your screen. I see the graphic that you had. But anyhow, I'll come back and check. Hopefully nothing broke or something on. I know co-editing is in beta right now, so we'll see. Okay, so let's continue on with another review. I have to find my place in line to see who is next. Not sure if I did this one yet. Yes, I did. Oh, I was supposed to continue on with this guy's. Yeah, that's the number one thing I would change is focus on that header. The font is also kind of I would change that as well. It just kind of looks a little bit from the early 2000s style design. So look at header specifically. You can go to Google and type UI design inspiration to look at that, to remedy that. Let's continue up. Who is next? Did we get this one? All right, let's check this one. This is a Figma prototype. All right, so welcome. Here is a logo of sorts, a sign in, sign up, reset your password. All right, so let's just do sign in. All right, everything here looks pretty simple. You got labels on your text field, that works. Oh, nice, okay. Proceed. Ooh, there's a lot happening here. The first thing that my first reaction here is there's a lot of colors, and so it's creating an issue of visual hierarchy. You're not exactly sure where you should be looking first, so you might want to think about remedying that. Just having each one be a different vibrant color, I would probably not advise doing that because it's just it really clutters things up a bit. Other than that, I do like the colors in this section especially. Let's see what else you can click on. We'll go to wallet. All right. Etherium. This is pretty decent. I would get rid of these unnecessary borders with the drop element, the drop shadows. It's pretty solid overall, though. I'm not too sure about these gradients inside of the buttons, though, with the little border. I mean, it's still an effective button, though, because you can really see the button. It contrasts well with the background. The text inside of it works well. All right. Thank you for that submission. Let's see how our designers are doing. Okay, Lars, there must be an issue because I don't see anything that you're doing here. I mean, it hasn't changed at all in like a couple minutes. So I'm not sure if you have to like rejoin back up. By the way, we can see what this guy's doing, Saeed. He's still working. You guys have 3 minutes and 50 seconds left. So you guys are probably going to have to resort to using Roboto, the font, because that's all I have. Well, I mean, I have a bunch of other fonts, but it seems like that's what Adobe XD is defaulting to. Lars said he's working on it. Is it somewhere else? Because Lars, all I see is what I've seen several minutes ago. Like if you look at the live stream, this is all that I see that you have here. All right. Saeed's is working, but yeah. Okay. Yeah. By the way, Lars, let me know if what you're designing looks completely different than what's showing up on my stream right here. Okay, let's continue on with another review. What time is it, by the way? Oh, wow. It has already been 51 minutes. Okay, let's get a couple more reviews in here if we can. That was a Figma. Looks a bit different. Okay. Well, there's an issue, apparently. I think what would be really cool is probably to do a lot of design battles like this, except I would require you guys to record it and screencast it yourself and then send me the video, and then I can show both of the videos like in a time-lapse format. That would be cool. All right. This is a portfolio of somebody. Yeah, I have to say my immediate response to this is, yeah, it definitely comes off as amateur. And there's a bunch of things that you would want to fix about this in terms of alignment. First of all, there's not enough white space between your elements, your type-based elements. You need to spread things out quite a bit more. So, for instance, if I were to take my inspector here, first of all, you have all this white space above your avatar, but hardly any above about me. So like margin top, that immediately is better if I change that like to 4 EM units. You would also want to put more space beneath your labels as well. So you put 10 pixels on the top and bottom, but really this should be like 2 EM. Maybe like 1.5 EM. And look how much better it looks already when things are just spaced out. There would need to be more white space on top of this one. So, you know, we're going to do margin top like 1.3 EM. So we've spaced things out very quickly, and already it looks so much better than what it did before. So if I refresh, we're going to I'll show you the old version, and just look at this and then see what the old version looks like. It was already, everything's just got squashed and pushed up, so it's not good alignment. Also, this green, I'm not a fan of the green in relation to the red. It seems like a very strange color scheme to me. I'd probably change that up definitely to something else. I mean, even just going like a gray might, like a very light gray might be better. Like something even like that. And the colors don't seem so strange already. So there's a lot of small, very quick changes you can make to improve this big time. All right. All right, so now we have, the stopwatch is done. So unfortunately, Lars's didn't work. Adobe XD live co-editing must have broke or something, because he said he was working on it, and it's simply not. It didn't go further past like the first minute he already had this, and then it didn't change anymore. So unfortunately, we don't have that one working. But Saeed chose a really cool graphic here of a parking lot, because this, again, if you're watching this live, this is for a parking space finder app, and this is a little design challenge that we had. The first one we had earlier in the stream worked out. It doesn't look like this one worked out very well though. RFE, if you sent that super chat for me to review anything, let me know your Discord username, but otherwise thank you. But just because he was able to finish his, I'll do a review of, oh wait. Okay, well this one suddenly updated. Interesting. So we'll take a look at this. What he did is he chose a very relevant photograph, which the first two entries of the first competition, you know, they really didn't choose relevant photographs at all. But for this one, definitely relevant, a parking space finder app. He did a quick logo. I mean, you only have 12 minutes, so I'm not expecting anything, you know, too great. And then we have a call to action here, and then kind of just like a headline. Pretty effective, but you still can't really see. There's not a lot of contrast with this line right here, where it says, "We help people find last-minute parking facility." Just because, and I can see he tried to remedy that by putting like this this element right here, and also a drop shadow on the text. But I think the more ideal way would be to take this button, put it like right here, and then put this text and we still kind of have an issue because of the alignment here. So like I say, he also did make this darker. So what I would do is take this maybe more like that, and I would take this and delete it, and then let me put my own. We'll go ahead and right align this. I'm just kind of showing what I would personally do. And then this, I would make white. That's how I would change it personally. That way you have a real strong headline instead of just like a small little short headline like this, where the type really sticks out much more. So this right here, I don't know. I think Lars, this wasn't what he intended. He was having an issue. I think he's trying to redo it right now, but we don't really have enough time. So I'm not going to really be picking a winner for that. But these live design challenges or battles, if you will, I think they're very interesting. It's an interesting concept. The first one worked out a lot better than the second one. I think we were having an issue. And now we have another designer in here trying to do something. But unfortunately, we've run out of time. We're at 58 minutes already. So yeah, I think I think a different way we will approach this next time is maybe not do them live. I think on the Discord channel, I'm going to announce in the news section, anybody who wants to create like a live design, not a live design, but record a screencast of them doing a design, and they can send me a video, and I will put them together in a video of sorts where I do a time lapse watching you guys design some sort of fictional design brief that we'll give you, and then we'll put designers against each other, and we'll see how they come out. And that way we know there's no issues, no potential technical technical difficulties. Plus you'll have more than 12 minutes. So I think we'll do that. We'll do one more review. Don't send any more super chats, but Rob on Discord, he sent a super chat. Thank you for that. And we'll just check that out. And then we will conclude. Rob, where are you? Oh, Rob's right there. My freebies marketplace with free design resources. The next 2-3 months, I'll update the site with new functionalities, but it would be good to know what I can prove. All right, so I can tell already this is very solid. If this is your site, UI bundle, a solid logo here. I like the colors. A search feature right here. Browse. Find submit freebies. Discover free design assets from 160 independent authors. 166 rather. Yeah, I don't have a problem with this at all. This is all very solid from what I see. Yeah, there's nothing negative here that I can say. Everything seems to be, I would say maybe possibly in this section where you have all the thumbnails, try to give some way to separate them out just a tad bit more. It seems like they're just a little bit cluttered with the type. You know, there's a lot of type happening in a small space here, and they're all pretty close together. So, but outside of that, that's a very small a very small notice, something I'm noticing here. But yeah, this is really solid though. Assuming this is actually your product. If it is, hit me up on Discord. I'd like to ask you a couple questions. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Yeah, I have nothing negative to say. Very, very good. Awesome. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, join the Discord server. And I will, like I said, I'm going to put an announcement here in the next coming days or so. Maybe today, I'm not sure. And I'll give you guys instructions if you want to be featured on a video, a regular YouTube video, not a live video, where I show a time-lapse version of your design, UI design for some fictional project brief, and I will put two designers against each other, and we'll see how they handle it. All right, so let me know what you guys think about that idea, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, if I didn't get to your review, sorry about that. I was trying something different with the live design battle. But yeah, I'll see you guys real soon. Goodbye.